Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and I'm very proud to say that for today's video I have a special guest by my side.
Hi.
It's Dana from WantedAdventure!
Hey there!
Dana has a really similar YouTube channel to DontTrustTheRabbit. She has really awesome videos, similar content like about Germany, about the German culture, because she's an American that moved to Germany, so you should definitely check it out. I'm gonna leave a link right here and also in the info box, so make sure that you check her out. It's definitely worth it. In this video, Dana and I are going to do a single choice quiz together about funny but also really weird German sayings. Basically, she will have to guess which sayings are true German sayings and which ones I made up out of 4 choices. Sometimes you also will have to fill in blanks, and we'll just see how she does it. Can you think of a German saying, like, spontaneously?
Im Affenzahn.
Im Affenzahn, yeah, in the monkey tooth.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense at all, but that's exactly the kind of sayings we're going to be dealing with today. I'm going to ask Dana 7 questions about funny German sayings, and of course you can play along with us. I'm going to put the questions and also the answers in the info box, so tell us in the comments how good you performed. So, are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Then let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
Just in case you guys are wondering what cards I'm reading from, this is not going to reveal any secrets. It's just like the question with the 4 answer possibilities. And if I look down, that's what I'm doing. To imply that something went horribly wrong, in the sense of, now that fat's in the fire, Germans can say, Jetzt haben wir blank. Now we have blank.
Okay, I think I actually know this one.
Really?
Yes, I think I do.
Let me just read the answers.
Okay. I'm too excited right now.
It's great that you know. I'm really proud of you. Now we have den Salat, the salad, die Suppe, the soup, den Brei, the porridge, or die Soße, the sauce.
Okay, I think it's A, den Salat.
Den Salat. Den Salat is perfectly correct.
Yes! Okay, cool.
And do you also know why we say that?
'Cause, no.
No. It's actually because a salad is something really chaotic going on your dish.
Yeah,
you have many colors, many vegetables, meat, whatever in it, and so it looks like a mess, and that's basically what we're dealing with when we have the salad.
That makes sense.
Second question. Which item cannot be used in a German saying to describe that somebody annoys you? Du gehst mir auf blank. You go me on blank. A. Den Keks, the cookie. B. Den Wecker, the alarm clock. C. Den Eimer, the bucket. Or D. Die Eier, the eggs.
This is harder. Okay.
So you have to choose
which
what
one
is
is
not true.
So you can say that someone annoys you in a lot of different ways in Germany.
Yes. Germans are annoyed pretty casually.
Her words, not mine. She said it. Okay, I'm gonna go with die Eier.
So you think that du gehst mir auf die Eier is something that Germans don't say?
No, because I know the slang term for Eier. Yeah, I don't think that makes sense.
So you go me on the alarm clock is perfectly fine.
Yeah, because the alarm clock actually annoys you. You know, every morning it wakes you up. So it annoys you.
Well, the correct answer is C.
Oh.
The bucket.
Oh.
I cannot say you go me on the bucket.
You can't say
but
that.
I can say you go me on the cookie. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I can also say you go me on the eggs, which refers to the balls.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I guess they would be annoying.
You're like a kick in the balls right now.
Okay. So the bucket.
But a bucket is completely harmless here. The third quiz question is, how can you express all for nothing using a German saying? Alles für blank, all for blank. A. Die Säue, the sows. B. Die Ratten, the rats. C. Die Katz, the cat. Or D. Den Mops, the pug.
I have never heard this one. I have no idea.
That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna go with A, because there are a lot of sayings about pigs. So in German, I mean, there seem to be a lot of sayings with pigs. I'm just gonna go with A.
And it would make sense, right? It's like, all for the sows. Now we have to feed it to the pigs because it has no other use.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but I totally tricked you there. It's actually alles für die Katz.
Ah.
And this originates from a story, an old story about a smith that had a cat, and he made his clients pay him whatever they wanted. So many clients were just like, thank you, leaving the shop without paying anything. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna feed that thank you that you just gave me to my cat and let's see what happens. And at first the cat was really fat and and old already, and at some point she just died of starvation.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the typical kind of German stories that you get.
Yeah, like nice little bedtime stories.
Animals dying for no reason because no one saw that coming.
Okay.
So, yeah, so all alles für die Katz is like, that's just a thank you that doesn't feed anyone. Number 4, imagine you come to a party and no one is there. The house is empty. Which German saying could you use to express that something is super boring? A. Tote Hose, dead trousers. B. Faule Socken, lazy socks. C. Nasse Jacke, wet jacket. Or D. Hohler Hut, hollow hat.
Okay.
What does make sense to you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Nasse Jacke.
That would sound pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
Es ist nasse Jacke hier.
Yeah, exactly.
Der Laden, der bringt ja gar nichts.
Wet jacket.
Why? Because you got wet in the rain and that sucks and that party sucks as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds like I don't know. That's my feeling.
It's your feeling. That sounds romantic.
It's just my feeling.
Well, I have to say that your feeling totally tricked you. It's tote Hose.
As it often does. Really? So like the band.
Tote Hose. When we come to a place like total tote Hose here. Oh. That's what we could say. And it means dead trousers.
It's interesting. So does that have anything to do with the band? I mean, that's all I know. Die Toten Hosen.
The band got the name from that. Okay. I guess. The saying was there before.
Yeah.
And it actually is connected to, well, impotence, because there's nothing going on in your trousers anymore. So it's like boring, dead, lifeless in your pants. So it's tote Hose when there's nothing going on in a party.
The people of the band knew that when they picked that.
I guess that they at least Googled that once.
Trying to think, why did I pick the wet one? There's something in English, like a wet rag. And that means you're really boring. I think it's a wet rag. That's interesting.
We have 3 more. The next one is, which German expression can you use to say that somebody passed away? So a pretty sad topic right now. But the saying is not so sad. You can say, hat blank abgegeben, which means he gave away blank. A. Den Hut, the hat. B. Die Trompete, the trumpet. C. Die Muschel. The seashell, Muschel, that in English. D. Den Löffel, the spoon.
Okay, I'm gonna go with A, the hat, because if you're dead, you have to give up your hat. You can't wear it anymore. Is that like an official rule in America? Yeah, no hats.
Come on, you died.
You're dead. Give me the hat. Give me the hat back. Yeah, when you're born, you get a hat, and then when you die, you have to. Give back the hat. Yeah.
See, that's why I'm meeting up with Americans.
Exactly, to get the inside scoop on complete bullshit.
Great. Well, I have to disappoint you. It's the spoon.
The spoon.
Yeah, you have to give away your spoon
that you get in Germany when you're born.
Yeah, in America you give away your hat. In Germany you lose your spoon.
Interesting.
Because in medieval times you got a spoon. That's at least one of the theories, and the spoon was something really valuable to have because you ate with it and you had it around you all the time.
Okay.
And when you died, well, there was no need for you to eat anymore, and that was always like a bad sign.
Okay.
Who doesn't eat anymore during the medieval times? Maybe dad.
Yeah.
So
all right.
That's how this originated.
Okay. So I can say that the next time that someone dies. Is that like a mean way to say it? Or is that like a caring way?
It's not a caring way.
He gave away the spoon.
Well, it's not a caring way, but if you want to make fun of it a little bit, then you can use that. Okay. It's more like, mein Meerschweinchen hat den Löffel abgegeben.
Okay, so that's not so bad.
That way you
maybe don't use it for Oma or Opa.
No.
Okay.
If you liked Oma or Opa, then you shouldn't use it.
Okay.
If they were assholes, you can do that.
Okay, good to know.
So, next question. If you want to have a drink, you can say blank in German. A. To bark one, einen bellen. B. To twitter one, einen zwitschern. C. To grunt one, einen grunzen. Or D. To hiss one, einen fauchen.
Okay, I'm gonna go with einen zwitschern.
Because that's so nice and easy to pronounce,
yeah, because that was the hardest one to say.
Because we can talk so easily when we are drunk.
So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, and it's actually true.
Yes, okay.
Germans Twitter one when they want to get drunk.
Okay.
And it's just related to the birds making super joyful noises and like twittering around a lot without much thought. So yeah, like you get really talkative and they're just happy and talkative. Yeah. That's what it relates to.
That's the first phase. And then when you keep drinking after that...
Then it may become ein Grunzen to grunt one.
Exactly.
But I actually think to grunt one should be a thing. That's my ein Grunzen.
Yeah,
I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so let's go with that.
Something unbelievable happened. Now, using a German saying, I could ask for someone to A. Back mir einen Geier, bake me a vulture. B. Grill mir einen Adler, grill me an eagle. C. Röst mir einen Schwan, roast me a swan. Or D. Brat mir einen Storch, fry me a stork.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds all ridiculous.
Yeah, all sounds
but
ridiculous.
I have to tell you, one of them is actually true.
Okay, let's go with frying a stork.
Frying a stork,
D,
because that sounds the most delicious to you.
So delicious. Anything fried, you know.
You would prefer to eat a stork.
Well,
not a vulture, an
it's
eagle.
The frying part.
Okay.
I would prefer to eat it fried.
You're American, I should have known that.
I would prefer it fried.
And you are actually totally right.
Yeah, look at that.
The Germans fry storks
Unhealthy
when they're really surprised.
eating habits for the win.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yes, and this actually comes from the Bible, because in the Bible it says that you cannot eat, that you mustn't eat a certain kind of bird, and I think it involves eagles and also storks. So when something unbelievable happens, it's like, now we can also forget about the Bible. Now everything went to a mess. So fry me a stork. I don't believe in anything anymore. The Bible doesn't make sense. Everything is completely out of order. So fry me a stork.
All right.
Brat mir einen Storch. Da brat mir doch einer einen Storch.
So I guess we know what we're having for lunch.
Yeah. All right, rabbits. This was our little quiz. I hope you had fun. How well did you perform? Did you participate in our little quiz? Were the questions funny? At least Dana and I had a lot of fun. I think we learned a couple of things about German sayings. Yeah. What would you say right now? What's your impression about German sayings after that?
I think they're just as crazy as English sayings. They make no sense.
The nature of sayings in
exactly.
general. All right. I hope you have a beautiful day. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
I almost forgot. Check out Dana's channel, of course. She has really similar videos to mine, just a little bit more awesome. I linked it down in the description.
Yours also too. No, I can't accept that.
Check her out. You're gonna have fun, I promise. And see you in the next video. Now, bye.
Bye.
Making funny noises with Germans. All for nothing. Nothing. German level 9000. I like B because it just sounds like men with balls. Yeah. I thought like men would never have balls. Watch that movie. Surprise! It's something so specific.